Taurus, welcome to your past, present, future reading for the week of August 11th through the 17th. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Empowered World Tarot. This is a new channel. My name is Holly Christine. Let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Taurus's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to exchange or reverse the energies as necessary. And let's see what's going on. We'll do a baseline of approximately 10 cards, 11 cards, and we'll clarify everything. Then we'll follow it up with some advice from the universe at the end and an oracle card. All right, waiting for the flyer. Spirit's setting the order of your cards up. And they'll let us know when they separate it for us. There we go. All right. Take what hits the table first. You got the Page of Swords in the recent past, followed by the King of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles. In the current energies, we have the Knight of Pentacles. At the heart of your reading, the Nine of Swords. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. In the immediate future, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. And the Three of Wands. The overall energy of your reading, Taurus, is the Nine of Cups. And what brings us here to this specific reading today, the Hermit. All right, let's see what's going on. We're going to talk about this baseline briefly, and then we are going to start clarifying. So the overall energy is for your own satisfaction. That is the overall, your happiness, your emotional balance, and feeling really good here. Your personal wish fulfillment and satisfaction. Okay. The Hermit is all about shining a light in the dark. We're isolating, spending some alone time, removing ourselves from a situation. This is what brought us to the reading today. You've been doing some introspective work. You've been going into the dark places, figuring out what is in your way so that you can remove it, so that you can heal it right off your path. Okay. In the recent past, the Page of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So you are observing here in the recent past. You're watching, you're learning, you're studying, you're gathering information, getting yourself ready to make some sort of very logical decision based on the information that you learn. And you're determined to start something new back here, something that you could, if you put in all the work, you could build something to bring you great stability. In the current energies, though, the energy switches. It definitely changes here. Things come to a halt. Things slow way, way down. Something's got your attention. And quite frankly, it's got you up in your head, confused, worried, stressed out. You become aware of something that has you feeling anxiety here. You feel stuck. There's confusion, all kinds of confusion, left, right, up, down, sideways. It's coming at you from all directions. But really, you're up in your own head. You might see something outside of yourself that that you feel confused about, but it's your own mindset that keeps going and going, and you get deeper and deeper into the stress and worry of it all, sort of trapping yourself further into it. In the immediate future, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So as you try to hold on to your stability here, you don't want to let go. You're just trying to express your heart and then anticipate what's next. You wait. All right. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. We're going to start with that Nine of Cups and the overall, your personal happiness, satisfaction, feeling good. Let's see what's going on. Show us that Nine of Cups. There it is. Something flipped. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. And what brings us here to this little part of the lineup, the Nine of Pentacles. It looks like you're trying to secure security here. Abundance. You're doing it on your own independently, but there is a soul connection. And it looks like you are taking decisive action. It might even be tied up to work, this partnership that you have, this soul connection that is on board with you. They want to help you reach your happiness and your independence and your security. Yeah, it looks like it might be tied up to work. Taking action at work with the help of a partnership, with the support of a partnership. It could be romantic. It doesn't have to be. Soul connections can come in all shapes and forms. It could be a coworker. It could even be a boss. We don't know yet. We'll find out more as the reading commences. There, whether this is more of a relationship reading or you reaching your goals. But right now, you're telling me it's about you. You just happen to have the support here. This is about your security and your happiness and you feeling really, really good. Again, I think it might be tied up to work here with this Eight of Pentacles. We'll find out more. Let's take a look at the Page of Swords in the recent past. Learning all the information you can about something. You're studying and preparing. Show us the Page of Swords, please. Taking a closer look at things. Watching, observing, and learning. All right, and we have our first repeating energies with the Knight of Cups coming up in the future positions. The Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So you're going over your options. You're taking a closer look at all the different ways that you could express yourself. There's an opportunity for truth and clarity here. Expressing your heart in the clearest way, in the most truthful way. You're deciding what's the best way to express myself, to not just my heart, but my truth, so that you can take action based on the clarity of your heart and its expression. At the bottom, what brings us here? The King of Swords. This is fantastic because as you gain this knowledge, as you study the best ways to express your heart clearly and your truth clearly, you call in this King of Swords energy, which we get to clarify. It's the very next card we get to clarify. This King of Swords is operating from logic. They're aware of their emotions, but they're determined to take the most logical action based on what you learn. You're really studying up how something about expressing your heart and expressing your truth, trying to figure out the best ways. There's different ways to go about it, different options. You just want to make sure to make the best choice is what you're telling me. All right, let's take a look at this King of Swords. Once we've learned what we've needed to learn, we are ready to take masterful action. Show us that King of Swords. Determined, logic, and action. Oh, it has to do with your heart again. Wow. And so we have the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit, I love it when you do this. Fantastic. Because the Ace of Pentacles is the very next card we get to clarify. How cool is that? So here you are. Let's look at the bottom. Two of Swords. There's something you don't know. Even though you've studied up and you've come to a determination on how you're going to handle this and what action you're going to take, it's tied up to something that feels like a perfect match to you. Whether it's a work thing, a job thing, a career thing, or a partnership. It could be anything from a love connection to just something that matches you perfectly, Taurus. Could be different for each of you out there. You are determined to put yourself first, to make sure that your actions not only honor your heart space and what matches you perfectly, but what takes care of you, your well-being, your self-care, expressing your needs, putting yourself first, and it has to do with this thing that you want, this Ace of Pentacles, which we're going to clarify next. You were up in your head and confused about this at first, and there's still a sense of, I don't know, like I don't know how this is going to turn out, just because, it's the very beginning of something that you're working on. It's a seed that you're planting. Really being clear in your communication and your actions about what's important to you. It's like you're letting someone know, this is what I need to take care of myself. That kind of thing, something like that, for your own happiness, your own well-being, your own self-care, self-nurturing, and just doing all the logical things to determine what's going to get you there, and about this thing that you really want that matches you, which I think is tied up to this Ace of Pentacles. And we're going to clarify that right now. Show us the Ace of Pentacles, this seedling that we're planting that we want to grow into a lot of stability for ourselves. It'll make us feel really satisfied. Show us this Ace of Pentacles. What does Taurus need to know? Okay. Four of Wands. The Star. And the Five of Pentacles. At the bottom, the Five of Cups. Has to do with a commitment. It's a commitment to your dream, though, a big wish of yours that's tied up to this thing that you want to create. But there's a sense of lack and sadness around this because you don't feel like you have enough of something. Perhaps it's resources, I'm not sure, but there's this sense of being out in the cold, not feeling like enough, not sure that you have enough. And we're here because you've lost something in the past. And that Five of Pentacles probably has something to do with being stuck on these emotions that you feel about the past losses. It feels pretty bad. But it's okay because you're committed to this dream. So it's like a new beginning for something that you lost in the past. I don't know what it is. Perhaps some sort of stability, resources, a relationship. It could be anything. Let's move on and continue because in the current energies, that Knight of Pentacles says that things are slowing down or feels like they're halted. Something's got your attention here. We have the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Cups. At the bottom, the Devil. Okay. So what brings us here is some sort of toxic energy, unhealthy behavior pattern that has all of a sudden brought things to a halt. Things suddenly feel very hard and difficult because suddenly it's like you're stopped in your tracks by this. Suddenly you're looking at the past again. You are caught up in all the things that didn't work out in the past when it comes to communing with others. It didn't work out, and now it's like you're distracted again. You were on this mission, getting clear in the recent past about your dream, about this commitment, and then it's like the past interrupts you and things halt because of that. And it's not the healthiest thing to be distracted by this. Okay, let's look right at the heart of your reading. Now's when all the stress and anxiety and worries and fears and doubts and losing sleep over it starts. And we have the Five of Swords, the Fool card, and the Page of Pentacles. All right, and at the bottom, the Emperor. Well, we're here because you'd like to control this situation. You'd like to gain some strategy over it, and win the battle of the mind to conquer this stress and anxiety that you feel because you want a new start. You want a fresh start. You want to invest in a brand new beginning, a new adventure. You want to take a risk and put yourself out there. And so in order to do this, you really got to get a grip on handling this stress and anxiety that creeps in. It's because of your past experiences, it looks like. It doesn't look like anything current is necessarily happening. Not yet, anyway. It's kind of like you're just up in your head with thought after thought after thought and worry after worry after worry. It's depleting your energy. So you call in the Emperor, all the balance of all the four kings to strategize and to conquer this fear and stress and worry. So you're making the initial investments into stabilizing yourself here. Okay, good. And the next card we're going to clarify is the Eight of Swords. So to reduce from the 9 to the 8 is progress. That's good. You got rid of one of your worries already with your strategy. Let's take a look at this Eight of Swords because it's saying that you're stuck. You're still stuck. You're still worried. You feel a sense of trapped energy here up in your head still. Show us the stuck energy of the Eight of Swords, please. What does Taurus need to know about the Eight of Swords? Okay, and we have the Page of Wands, the Empress, and the Hierophant. Wow. I was just going to say the Empress is your major arcana card. And then came the Hierophant, and that's your other major arcana card. How perfect is that? Okay, so, and at the bottom, what do we have? The Hermit. I was just looking up at the Hermit, wondering how this ties in, because here you are, you're addressing this. You are shining the light in the dark. What's in my way? Well, what's in your way are these thoughts and worries that have crept in. And it's the burden that is too much. It's the burden of past disappointments, about something about communing with others. Um, as you are focusing on your stress and on your stuck energy, you're here to shine the light in the dark and to heal it and to get a grip, really, with that Hermit card. You are doing that healing work. You are getting grounded. You are getting in the energy of not just grounded so that you can hold a certain amount of stability, but you are looking to create from a much better energy. And so you switch your energy right away. You call in your strategy, and here you continue to work on it. The Hierophant is your alignment with your soul. It's the alignment with your highest self. So you're doing soul work here. There's no doubt about it. Uh, this is a major life energy here. Whenever we align with our soul, and you're calling in all the best energies. The Empress is the most creative, nurturing, grounded energy. But so you're not just grounded and connected to Mother Earth for that stability, but you're also connecting with your soul, your highest self. And so you're in alignment from heaven to earth with what you're focusing on. So the only reason you stayed stuck in this Eight of Swords energy, your worries, your doubts, your fears, and it traps you there, is because you were focused on it. And so you're telling me, and you're switching your focus here. You're calling in all your best energies so that you heal it. You're doing the work. Really, really amazing energy, guys. Very good. All right, so now we're moving on to the immediate future. We're looking at this Four of Pentacles. Holding on tight to something you don't want to let go. And it's not just something, it's something that brings stability. Could be your resources. I don't know. Let's take a look at this Four of Pentacles, please. There it is. Queen of Wands. Strength. Ten of Pentacles. Yes. Nice. And at the bottom, yes, Ace of Wands. So what brings us here is this thing that's on your mind, this thing that you really want. You are so focused to create. You're very attracted to this stability that you want. And what you want wants you. You want to bring this stability all the way to full fruition. It's not going to be easy, but you call in strength. You tame your inner beast, and that's what helps you get there. You're not letting go of this dream, this desire that you have. This is very strong, very grounded energy, very stable, and you're growing your stability. This is something that you want, like, in a major way. I mean, we're talking like, if you pick the top 10 things to create in this life that is unique to you, this is one of them, what you're working on now. So you can put it in your treasure chest of ideal manifestations in your life. You're very drawn to this and laser focused on it. And whatever it is, it's a perfect match to you. It is for you, for sure. And this is really, really good energy, guys. You are so focused. You're taming your inner beast with strength. Your inner beasts are the Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords energy that distracted you. Your fears, your worries, your doubts, all that stuff. So you're calling in strength. You're focused on continuing to attract what it is you want here. All right. Mastering that law of attraction, you are. Absolutely. Let's look at the Knight of Cups. This is expressing your heart, some sort of communication of the heart. Show us the Knight of Cups. There we go. The Sun. That's the happiest card in the entire tarot. And the Chariot, the vehicle to victory. Yes. And the Eight of Cups. And at the bottom, the Seven of Swords. It looks like it's time for you to move on. For your own happiness, you express your heart here. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go after what I want. And you're determined. You're being guided by the universe, by the divine. It's time to turn your back on the things that no longer feel like they're enough. They were at one time, but they're not anymore. It's only an Eight of Cups. You want a 9 or a 10. And you're showing me over here the Nine of Cups. This is a step up is what this is about for you. So it's time for you to move on. And yeah, you're expressing that you're ready to go. You're ready to go. There's some sort of sneaky element about it with the Seven of Swords. That brings us here. Maybe you're about to surprise someone as you head out the door to express your heart. But whatever it is, it's going to make you really happy. It's a definite goal of yours to do this or to go somewhere to accomplish something. As you take these actions. Okay. I like it. I don't know what you're up to, but it feels good. Let's take a look at the Three of Wands. This is all about waiting and anticipating something. Show us the Three of Wands, please. Okay, and we have the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Look what crept in again. That stinking Eight of Swords. Well, it'll happen sometimes. Let's look at the bottom. The Page of Cups. Okay. So it looks like you are anticipating collaborating with others in a very playful way, a way that feels really, really good to you. And that stuck energy is really just the waiting period. That's what this is. You're stuck waiting. I don't know what you're waiting on, but or what you're waiting for that will help move forward. You're here with a lot of hope. You're keeping your mindset very positive. Your heart is open to this. You are looking really forward to having fun collaborating with others. Yeah, it's going to be a really good time. It matches you perfectly. Uh, it's inspiring to you. It's fun, it's playful, it's inspiring. It's something that you're very passionate about and you're ready to go. That's just the thing, though. You're forced to wait for some reason. You're stuck. Why? I don't know. Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck? You know what? I don't do this all the time, but I have this third deck for when we want to go in even deeper and clarify. I want to know why you're stuck. Show us the Eight of Swords, please. What are you stuck waiting on? Stuck. You're ready to go. You're looking forward to it. It's going to feel great. You're anticipating all this fun, all this col- collaboration, and I don't know if it's friendship or work partnerships or what it is. Could be both. Could be friends at work you're collaborating with, but whatever it is, you're having a great time, or you will. You anticipate having a great time. You know you will, and I think you will too, because way back in the beginning, we saw the King of Cups showing. I think it's right there. Yeah, it was your clarifier on this King of Swords. The first card that came out to clarify that was that King of Cups, showing me that you are making determined decisions, logical decisions about something that matches you perfectly. Um, I don't feel like this is a love relationship. I feel like this is something that you're working on. Yes, collaborating with others, communing with others. Um, But something has you stuck here. What is it? Show us this Eight of Swords. Bring us more clarity, please, about why Taurus is stuck waiting or what they can do about it, or, you know, anything you can tell us, Spirit. Why is this Eight of Swords here? Stuck waiting, stuck waiting, stuck waiting, stuck waiting. Okay. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. We saw him back here. And that had you stopped in your tracks too. That's when you got distracted by something. Something caught your attention and it reminded you of the past things that didn't work out. So it's showing up again here. I don't know if it's the same thing, but it does seem to possibly be related. Um, what else? The Ace of Pentacles, yeah. It has to do with this thing that you want to build, this dream that you want to build that'll make you so happy. Yeah, look at that. The Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I don't know if they're really telling us why, but unless it's just, you know what it is, it's over here. You got distracted again. That's why we're waiting. Something caught your attention, is reminding you of the past. It's reminding you of how hard things were and how things didn't work out when you got together with others before and you thought, okay, we're getting together, we're having a good time, everything's going great, but it didn't work out. And so while you're stuck waiting, that creeps in, that same energy about this dream that you want to build. The Seven of Pentacles has you on pause and now you're just assessing the situation. Let's look at the bottom. The Five of Cups. Yeah, we saw that before. I believe it was at the bottom back here. Yeah, the commitment to your dream, but not knowing if you have enough, feeling lack. And then these are past losses is what you're looking at. It's just Spirit saying that you're, you know, you're looking at the past again and you're trying to figure out what you need stability wise to continue forward on your mission. But there's something here that's showing that you are still sad about the past. You're still looking at it. You're worried about it. You get up in your head about it. It makes you halt. It makes you stop in your tracks. It stops the forward momentum. So when that happens, it's just time to call in your expert, call in your strength, call in your grounded energy of the Empress and connect to your soul and refocus. And I think you'll be able to, again, Page of Cups, it's working on your mindset uh, here. That's all it is. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's okay. That's okay. You'll call it in, you'll figure it out. All right, let's get some advice, please. Advice for Taurus going through these energies. Whatever it is they're working on, they're doing a great job. What do you have to tell them as they work on what it is they want for their own personal emotional balance, satisfaction, um, and future partnerships? Show us what message you want to give Taurus to close off this reading, and then we'll pull an oracle card. There it is. And we have Santa Muerte. I was going to say in the flesh, but it's really in the skeleton, in the skeleton deck. This is equivalent to the death card. It's endings and transformations. Rebirth. The Two of Cups. Oh, can I tell you guys, this is my absolute favorite Two of Cups card that I've seen in any deck ever. But before I tell you why or show you closely, the Two of Cups is over here in your clarifiers for this thing that you want. It may not be tied up to work at all. It may actually be tied up to building stability with this partnership, this soul connection. But this is my favorite. If you zoom in or pinch the size of this card up so you can see it more clearly, or if you're watching on a big screen, you could probably see it no problem. But this is so sweet. The soul connection. She's tugging on his heart through his rib cage. She's holding on to his heart, and he's pouring all his emotions into her. It's so sweet. The water represents the emotion and the love, and he's just pouring it right into her. It's so sweet. I love, love, love this card. And your final clarifier, the Queen of Wands. This is, yeah, we had this before over here. This is something you're attracted to, or rather, someone. Someone that you're attracted to that you are. Here, let's look at the bottom. Our final piece of information. Yep. Thank you, Spirit. The Ace of Swords. Spirit just said, that's the truth. That's the clarity. This is the action that you want to take. You are trying to end something that is old in the past and be reborn so that you can experience this soul connection moving forward and attract it into your life. You are on that law of attraction. You are working it. You're working it so good. When your fears and your worries and your doubts come up, you call in all the strength to tame those inner beasts, and you get right back on track for this thing that you want to manifest. You want to build stability here moving forward. This Eight of Pentacles, like I was saying, it seemed like it was tied up to some sort of work creation that you want, but whatever it is, it matches you. Whether it's a person or whether it's a work project, it is a perfect match to you. There's a lot of love here to be shared in this partnership. This Eight of Pentacles could just be showing this is repetitive work. In other words, this Knight of Swords action that you're taking has to be done repetitively. In other words, when this comes up again, because we saw it come up over here, the stress, the worry, the fears, and it puts everything sort of on pause. It halts the forward progress is what it is. But you're on your way, because every time you run into that, then you just Put in the repetitive work that's necessary so you can get to this happy, satisfied, emotionally balanced place for this soul connection. It really is about this soul connection, but it's like you're doing the introspective work first and you're getting your stability and your strength up so that you can go after this attraction in the best way possible. All right, I like it. Good job. Let's get a oracle message from the Dream Weavers. Oracle, what special message do you have for the Taurians who are obviously working so hard on all the healing work that they need to do so they can move forward for this soul connection and be reborn so that they can feel the love again? You're attracting it in. You're doing the work, you're doing the healing, and you are attracting it in. It's really, really nice energy, Taurus. All right, from the Dream Weavers. Spirit's finding just the right card for you, Taurus. There it is. Thank you. Underneath the lizard's skin. It is card number 16. And here is the message that Spirit has for you. The essential meaning, shedding the skin of the past. Yes, right? First words out feel exactly like what you're doing. The death card, getting rid of the old so that you can be reborn and rebirthed into this new energy and you can open up to love again. All right, excellent. Shedding the skin of the past, temporary vulnerability as you process something new, releasing resistance to change. There is only one constant in life, and that is change. We are not always aware of how things evolve within us. Sometimes the process is slow and organic, while other times it is rapid pace and unnerving. This is the state you find yourself now. The swift peeling away of the layers of your life that no longer serve you or protect you. Be willing to let go of everything you know that impedes your progress. How profoundly does this line up with exactly everything that we have deciphered as we've done our detective work for your reading and try to figure out what's going on? This is confirming it. Be willing to let go of everything you know that impedes your progress. Those things you need to release are hindering that flexibility you need to be in the world. You feel resistant to what is still new and unknowable, but you have nothing to fear. When a lizard sheds its old scales, there is new, healthy skin waiting just underneath the surface. The tender, pink skin hardens quickly as you release the old to make way for growth and new life. You need space to breathe and stretch and grow as nature intended. You have been wanting a new life, a new version of yourself, and you are evolving to meet that self. Be present to this new time of discovery. This is a sacred experience that is woven into your destiny. Your soul knows the beauty that is waiting for you. Underneath the lizard's skin is a sign for you to trust the process of your own magical discovery. Who are you becoming? The one who is not afraid of shedding the skin of the past to embrace the dream of your future. Oh my God, I have chills all the way down my legs, all on my arms. This message is No wonder I had to shuffle for so long. Spirit wanted to find just the right card that supported you, and it supports everything in this reading. You're doing an amazing job. You're working on your own rebirth, and you are shedding the past and healing from that so you can move on with this dream, this desire, this big wish of yours that's going to bring you a lot of personal happiness and satisfaction. And it looks like a soul connection attraction. I'm so happy for you, Taurus. Good job. All right. So, if this resonates with you, or if you just like the style of how we're going to do readings on this channel with the baseline and doing lots of clarification so that we understand the story fully and taking our time, then please throw a like, hit subscribe, add your comments, and share your story. I'd love to have your energy here, and I wish you guys all the luck in the world. You're not going to need it because you're making your own luck, but I still wish it for you anyway. So, with that, I look forward to reading for you guys next time. Take care, Taurus.